They say that which is measured, grows. That is to say that the simple act of measuring some metric or other can be enough to help that metric improve. This is true for weight loss, where simply weighing yourself regularly can help the pounds fall off, and of course it is true of digital marketing. If you are not measuring the progress of your website or the growth, then there is no way for you to apply the scientific method to ensure that it continues on an upward trajectory. Without measuring, you have no way of knowing what's working and what isn't, and you are essentially flying blind. But measuring the success of a website is something that requires a certain science in itself. What precisely should you be measuring? What are the most important metrics? And how do these numbers work together to provide a detailed understanding of your traffic and your success? This guide will attempt to answer all those questions and more by focusing on the 6 most important metrics you need to be tracking. This video will attempt to answer all those questions and more by focusing on the 6 most important metrics you need to be tracking. 1. Number of visitors and their source. One of the key metrics to check is the number of visitors your site sees each month. Getting people to come to your site is always the first step, right? Keep an eye on spikes in traffic or sudden decreases. When you see a big increase, you'll want to know where it came from. If you see a big drop-off in visitors, you'll want to figure out as quickly as possible how or why it happened. Also, take a look at how the visitors are getting to your site. What is the source they are coming in from? Are they finding your site through a Google organic search, from social media channels, or from a referral link? Get to know the trends on your site. 2. Bounce rate. Google defines bounce rate as the percentage of visits that go to only one page before exiting a site. This could include visitors who leave your site by clicking an external link on the web page, press the browser back button, type another URL into the web browser, close the browser window or tab, don't interact with the web page for a long time, and go to a session timeout. You need to understand whether the visitors you're driving are sticking around when they hit your site or are leaving right away. Have you made a recent change or update to your site that could be causing a higher bounce rate? If so, see if you can make a fix to solve the problem. Take a look at the sources and determine which are sending visitors with the highest bounce rates. Understanding this data helps you to make improvements and focus more on sources that send quality traffic to your site. 3. Average time on page. How long are your visitors hanging out on your pages? Is it long enough for you to get your point across? Perhaps you have informative videos on your site and the goal is for your visitors to watch them. If the videos average about 4 minutes in length, does your average time on page reflect that your visitors are staying long enough to watch the videos? Much like when analyzing your bounce rate, take a look at which sources are sending you the most qualified visitors who spend enough time on your pages. 4. CTA. Click-through rate. Calls to action (CTAs) are a critical aspect of every web page. You need to direct your visitors to the next thing you want them to do, i.e., download now, view more, add to cart. If your CTAs are not being clicked, you need to make changes so your visitors take the next step toward becoming customers. CTAs offer a great opportunity to do some A/B testing with placement, size, design and text to analyze what is driving users to click through. Try to use colors that stand out but don't look spammy. Make your CTAs seem intriguing enough to click while still looking valuable and not like ads. It's a balancing game, but do some testing and you'll figure out the right way to go about it. 5. Conversion rate. This could be the metric you're already most familiar with. If you have an e-commerce site, conversion rate is probably everything to you. However, there are many different kinds of conversion rates. Conversion rates can refer to a landing page conversion rate, email conversion rate, visitor to lead conversion rate, lead to customer conversion rate, and so on. The bottom line is that you need to be making conversions on your site to get customers and revenue. 6. Goal progress. The first thing you should always ask before kicking off any project is, what are the goals? Tracking your progress toward those goals is just as important. All goals should be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic and timely. Deeming your website a success is about more than just how it looks from the outside. Actually measuring its success requires an in-depth look at the analytics and data. Luckily, tons of data and resources are right at your fingertips. Don't waste any more time. Start digging into those analytics today.